Good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. I can see you all joining bit by bit. So I'll keep talking as people are joining. Welcome to our Friday, normally on a Wednesday, so welcome to our Friday webinar that we're running in conjunction with Ambassador Cruises. Nothing better than to think about something as lovely as a cruise on such a miserable day. I don't know about your weather with you, but certainly in sunny Chepstow, it is nothing but. It's pretty horrible. So lovely to be talking about cruises. It is fair to say there is a lot of excitement around the Miles Morgan travel branches this week as we see the arrival again of cruises sailing from our local port in Bristol and actually in Portbury. So it's absolutely wonderful to have the opportunity for all of you to hear firsthand about what these cruises are all about, what you can expect from the ship, what the itineraries are, and all the other exciting bits and pieces. I always say the same thing, so apologies if you've heard this before, but these sessions are run for you and you only. So if Debbie, who's given the presentation today, doesn't mention something you want to know the answer to, or it raises a question you'd want the answer to, please just tap the screen, click the chat facility, type the question in, and I will pick that up at the end of this morning's session. So please make sure you grab that and use it to your advantage over the course of the session if you've got any questions. But without further ado, you've come to listen to all about Ambassador sailing from Bristol for 2023. So I will pass you across. Over to you, Debbie.
Thank you, Miles. And good morning to everybody. I hope you can hear and see my screen clearly. So welcome. I'm here to talk about a new British cruise line for a new era, Ambassador Cruise Lines. Say hello to the Ease at Sea and our first new British cruise line to launch since 2010. Our purpose is simple. We want to inspire each and every guest to experience authentic cruising effortlessly and sustainably. We're here to accompany the next era of travel by blending traditional innovation for a truly timeless cruise holiday that still makes you feel right at home. I have a short video for you.
I've got no sound my end.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I don't know why we haven't got any sound. Let me just have a little look. Can you hear it now?
No, I can't, no.
No, okay. All right, apologies for that. There is sound playing, but very, very quietly. So we'll stick with the video if you don't mind just watching it for a moment, and then we'll, it's only a couple of minutes, so just give you a little overview. Okay, apologies for that. I will try and sort out why I couldn't get the sound, but I could just about hear it here. So the ambassador experience, let me tell you a little bit about ourselves and who we are. So you'll see a lot of, in a lot of our marketing, we will be showing you this seal, and this is something we're really strongly standing by as a company. I'll break it down what it means. So the turtle in the corner is all about sustainable and being ethical. We are once all our cruise ships sail will be tier 3 compliant, which means we are looking at the environment, making sure that we, lower the pollutions. So there'll be no single-use plastic on board, no emissions into the sea. The filterage systems coming out of the ship will be greatly reduced. We've gone into partnership with Orca. Orca are an amazing charity who look after the seas, the dolphins, the whales, and they will be on board with us doing a lot of exploratory work, especially when we go up to places like the Arctic. They will also be on board to help with any questions, and they will do talks and things like that on the environment. So it's really important to us. We are being led quite strongly with them on how we can put things back into the environment. The compass is about the voyages of exploration. As we go through and you start receiving your information about Ambassador, you'll see that we are trying to make our itineraries quite port heavy. So instead of, we understand to get to some ports you have to go, there will be a few sea days, but once you arrive where you're traveling to, we will make sure that it is quite port heavy so that you have a lot of places to visit. The Crown is about a wonderful welcome. As I said, on board, we want to make sure you feel really comfortable, really welcome. The feedback we have at the moment, our maiden voyager has gone. We're on our 4th cruise now. The feedback we have is how friendly it is on board, how the staff are amazing. They make people feel really welcome. Whether you're traveling with a couple, a group, or a solo, we will make sure that we look after you every step of the way. The seal around the outside is all about your peace of mind. So we are working off a trust account. Any money you pay to Miles Morgan and they pay to us, we will be sat within this trust account. We will not touch that money until the day your cruise departs. If for any reason that cruise doesn't depart, your money will be refunded back to you. This is a strong peace of mind that we are serious to look after our customers and make sure you are put first. The other thing we want to give you peace of mind for is our COVID policy. This is fully updated daily at the moment on our website, and we'll make sure there is a link sent over so you have full information. We are working with a company that will deliver and supervise all testing. We are asking all guests to be fully vaccinated. We will also ask you to register 2 weeks before departure of your cruise for a test, which will be sent free of charge to your home. Within 48 hours of departure, we'll ask you to take that test, register it online, and you will receive a certificate that lets us know that you're clear to embark. The other thing you'll see now that all the prices and the itineraries on sale, we are really great and value for money. So from yesterday, actually, I was trying to think which day it was, we are now sailing from 7 UK ports. So our home port is London Tilbury. We're also going from Newcastle, Dundee, Belfast, Liverpool, Bristol and Falmouth, somewhere very close to home. Who are our ambassador and who do we appeal to? We are an adult-only focused cruise line. Our majority of our passengers are sort of 50+ market. We do have 2 small multi-generational cruises that for 2023 will be departing from London Tilbury. These are all more about coming on with the family and the different generations, and we won't have any children's clubs, but we do have children's entertainment. So most of the customers on board will be within that 50+ market. So the important part, let me introduce you to our fleet. I'm only going to quickly go over Ambience because Ambience is our flagship. She has started sailing with us recently in April. As I said, she's on about a 4th cruise now. Feedback's amazing, but she will really be just departing from London Tilbury. She holds 1,400 passengers in 798 cabins. She has a really lovely guest space ratio of 50.2. So when you're on board, it feels quite open and spacious. It doesn't feel like you're really crowded. We are really proud to say on Ambience, our crew to guest ratio is 2.15. She's gone under a full renovation. So she was originally built in 1991. She had a big overhaul prior to COVID, and we've done another one since taking her on. So she's been in she was in Croatia for about 8 or 9 months. And a lot of the work that we did down there was to make sure that you had single filtered air conditioning, making us through Tier 3 compliance so that we can go into all the fjords and the natural areas of beauty. We're really excited to introduce you to our second ship to the fleet, Ambition. Ambition went on sale yesterday, and she will be the ship that will be servicing all the regional ports. So I'm going to go through all the itineraries a little bit later, or some of the itineraries a little bit later, but to give you a little bit of an overview about Ambition. Ambition, it will be serving 1,200 guests in 714 cabins. Her guest ratio is 40, and we're looking at a crew ratio of 2.4. She has 8 guest decks, 6 lifts. She's fully stabilized, and she was originally built in 1999. She had a big overhaul, a refit in 2019, and we will obviously be doing our touches as well before she starts sailing next year. This just you can't probably see too much of this, but it just gives you a little bit of information how she runs. You will see a lot of the public areas are all on similar decks, so it's really easy to get around and find your way around. Being on a smaller cruise ship, it makes it that much more intimate, easier to get to know people, to find your way around the ship, and a lot of the areas are very open and spacious. I have a few photos, but unfortunately at the moment they are just gradually feeding back through to us. So as we get more images, we'll make sure that they come out to Miles Morgan. This is our reception area. So the reception area will be where, as it says, the reception will be a future cruise desk if you decide to book on a cruise while on board, which will be handed back to Miles Morgan. Destination experience desks, and generally anywhere that you need some help, some information, they'll be always come down to this sort of area. This is one of the pool areas. This is the Lido. She looks beautiful. She looks really open and spacious. As you said, she's just gone through a major renovation. She had that renovation prior to in 1999 to the end of 1999. So she hasn't seen much service since that time. So she's in an amazing condition. We have a big gym, sporting area. One thing to go with our Tier 3 compliancy, and we want to make sure that people are up, active, healthy, looking after themselves. We will have stretch classes, walking classes, yoga classes, Pilates. There is something for everybody. So whether you really want to go and sort of burn the calories off, be super active, there'll be that option. But obviously there's also the option to be a little bit more sedate, meet other people, go for a little walk around the decks. So it is all about trying to make you inclusive, get to know your other guests and the other customers on board, and also become quite active. We have a beautiful, beautiful spa area. The saunas and jacuzzis and things will all be free to use. There'll be a relaxation area. Obviously, as you've just seen, there's a big gym area. There will be packages for all your spa treatments. There'll be a hairdresser, a beautician. So something to get, if you fancy a little bit of a pamper when you come on board, there'll be always the option. The prices that we can see on Ambience are really reasonable, and we offer sail away packages. If you book them on the day of sail away, it will give you the option to have 3 or 4 treatments during your cruise. So the amenities on Ambition. She will have a casino. We will have an arts and crafts activity area. This is something we find that is really, really important. Before we launched, we went out and did a lot of research with guests and customers, previous customers of other cruise lines, and we ask them what they enjoy when they're on board. One of the things that had a really big feedback was arts and crafts and activities. So both of our ships at the moment, we will have a purpose-built arts and crafts studio where you can come along and you can enjoy classes, or if it is vacant, you can come down and just sketch away or complete something that you will do in the previous day, but that will be purposely built and for you to use. We have a big conference room on board where we can also reserve, if you say go to a dance group or something on a Wednesday afternoon and you want to all come on board together, or a knitting group or something like that, we can look at reserving some of these venues. We have a card and bridge lounge. This is something again that's been was highlighted as a really important factor for the age group of our clientele. The card and bridge lounge will have we will be running bridge cruises, but on most cruises we will have card and bridge games going, so you can come down, learn how to play bridge. Also within this room you'll have puzzles, games, things like that you can borrow, take away, enjoy it in your own time, or you can sit in a quiet area and play your game or do a puzzle. We have a full library on board as well, which is at the moment is fully stocked with books, so we will be keeping those. We are trying to become looking at our paper use and things like that, so becoming a lot less paper. We're trying to use a lot less paper on board, but obviously these are already there, so it's a way to recycle. So if you enjoy a book on holiday, you haven't bought one, come down to the library and you can borrow that for free. We have the Green Sea Spa, which has a hair salon, massage treatment, saunas and steam rooms. Activity studio and gym, which has fitness centre, yogas and Pilates. We have a self-service laundry with 3 machines at a dry and ironing area. We will also offer a laundry service for you with an additional cost. Photo gallery, partnership area, reception, future cruise desk, destination experience, and a shopping gallery. So our bars and our lounges. So we have the beautiful Palladium Lounge. She will hold 507 guests. We will have 2 shows each day, which will be governed around the dining sitting. So on embarkation day, sometimes these are slightly later, as we sometimes offer a free sitting in the restaurant in the evening, only on embarkation day, but there will always be an option for you to go enjoy the shows. We've gone into partnership with Peel Entertainment, who is somebody that does a lot of the entertainment for a lot of the cruise lines. The feedback again for this at the moment has been amazing. Everybody's saying it is better. They are really West End productions. We're offering cabaret, cinema. We're doing some plays on board. We also have the Cavern, which is a cabaret lounge. So once you've finished your show in the evening, or you've been to see to the cinema and you still want to carry on, there's always going to be some live cabaret in the Cavern in the evening. We have the Purple Turtle Wine Bar. The Purple Turtle is one of our logos, one of our emblems. She will have, you know, cocktails and things like that in the ship, around the ship, that you can enjoy, but we have a specific contemporary wine bar for you to enjoy. The Angel Bar is a casual lifestyle bar. The Clifton Lounge is a stylish cocktail bar. And the Pendennis Bar, which is adjacent to the theatre, so you can always have your pre-show drinks. So this is the Cavern. The Cavern is where our, you know, the live entertainment will be in the evenings and during the day. This is a beautiful area, very spacious. As you can see, it has a bar, so you can keep, there will be waiters going around that will serve you as well. But this is somewhere to come down and join the cabaret later into the evening. So our dining experience. We do offer a formal dining experience. So for breakfast and lunch, it will be free sitting. In the evening, we will run the 2 dinner sittings. You can request which dinner sitting you would prefer at time of booking or prior to embarkation. If you don't get the one you want, or you just suddenly decide, you know, I've requested sitting 2, I'd really like to eat a little bit earlier, just come down, speak to the restaurant manager, and he'll be able to change that for you. So we have 2 restaurants on board Ambition. This is the Buckingham restaurant, which is 460 guests. This is the largest of the 2 restaurants, but I think it's really beautifully designed and set out. It's got the lovely open windows that really make it really bright and opening and welcoming. This is our second dining experience. This is the Hollywood. This has 196 guests, but we can also 60 people outside on the terrace. So beautiful evening, and you want to eat your dinner or your lunch outside, then, you know, just let the waiters know where you're sitting. We will have a full buffet restaurant. This will be, this is for the Borough Market. It holds 396 guests. We will have the same dining as we offer in the main restaurant, but this is slightly less formal. So in our main restaurants, we do ask guests to not wear jeans or shorts or trainers, and it is more of a formal dining experience. In Borough Market, you can come down, it's a lot more casual, you can help yourself. Also, we'll have the afternoon tea will be here as well. On board, we have the alfresco restaurant, where you can get your pizzas and your burgers and things like that. On embarkation day, both the Borough Market and the alfresco dining will both be open for you to enjoy something to eat when you've embarked. We do have specialty dining experience on board. At the moment, this is all sort of in the pipeline, in the making, but as far as I'm aware, we have a fusion restaurant. So if you enjoy your Indian cuisine, it's the best one you'll probably ever eat, because it's all very locally produced. A steak restaurant, and we will have the chef's table. So our entertainment and enrichment programme, there's always going to be something for you to do on board a cruise ship. So things during the day will run from sunrise fitness, our stretch classes, you've got the spa, you can do carpet bowls, you do a morning trivia, countdown, book clubs, you name it, we will probably have it on board. And if we haven't, please ask, and I'm sure we'll put it into the programme. We will give you cooking and cocktail demonstrations, and again, a full range of destination experiences for when you arrive into port. In the evening, we'll again have an array of entertainment for you. So we will do West End productions, your cabarets, your guest speakers. We will do things like plays, we'll have musicals. So again, there's always something to do. We will also have guest speakers during the day. We will have talks about the port you'll be visiting the following day. And we will have cinema evenings, afternoons. So there was always something for you to do. We have introduced a number of theme cruises on board. I have mentioned slightly about the multi-generational already, so we won't touch on that now. But the theme cruises we are planning to have for 2022 and 23. We have things, for example, like the British Broadcasting Legends, gardening and wildlife. We are in talks at the moment of going into partnership with the RSPB and RHS. And obviously we have already signed the partnership with Orca. So these will be on board, giving you demonstrations. We'll also have professionals from the industry on board who will be there to talk through anything, any questions you have. We'll do Q&As. We'll also have sort of interviews with them, question time. So if you're really into your gardening and wildlife, I thoroughly recommend one of those cruises. We also have Cricket Legends cruises. You'll see a lot of these dates are for 22 at the moment, but these themes are carrying into 23. It's just they hadn't been finalised when we produced the slides, so apologies for that. On our Cricket Legend cruise, this is the German Christmas market. It goes into Hamburg, and it will also go into overnight into Antwerp. Even without the theme, this is a beautiful cruise to do because it's really a taster cruise more than anything. But these have people like David Gower and Graham Gooch, and they will be doing games, questions, but they also will be at dinner. They will be in the bars in the evening, and they're always happy to discuss cricket. We have the Super Craft Cruise. Anybody that's into their crafting may have heard of Julie Peasgood. Julie Peasgood is a real ambassador for ambassador ourselves and crafting. She has been on in our previous lives. She's been on a number of cruises we've put on previously, and it's been a big success. So we have that purpose-built crafting studio for you to enjoy it. But she will be on the Cape Verde, Canaries and Morocco Winter Escape. We have Easter Laughter Makers. We have a brilliant Motown meets Legends of Rock and Roll. This takes you to the Gracelands of Europe. So up in Denmark, you can go and visit where his holiday home was in Europe. So if you're a real Elvis follower or really enjoy it, this whole cruise will be themed about Motown and Elvis. I only have a little bit of information about Ambition's cabins, because this is all starting to feed through at the moment, but I'll show you what I do have. So Ambition, she will have 113 suites, 125 balcony cabins, 474 ocean view cabins, 240 inside cabins, which will give you a total ratio of 1,200 guests. If you do like a Pacific cabin, I would recommend getting in quite early, especially from our smaller departure points, just so that you can secure the exact cabin that you need. When you come through to Miles Morgan, you can ask for different areas. So we will have forward or rear of the ship or midship, whatever suits you. But, you know, speak to your agent at Miles Morgan, and if they have any questions, they can always speak to us as well. All our cabins will feature tea and coffee making facilities. This is something, again, that on our survey we did before we launched, people found to be a really important feature. So all cabins will have that facility, and they'll be replenished constantly. They'll have hair dryers, personal safe. The other thing that we think is really important to mention, that all our plugs are UK 3-pin plugs, and they have USB ports. We have flat TV screens. Part of our Tier 3 compliance is trying to become a little bit less, to be more paperless. So within your TV screens, you can go register on our website for it. You'll be able to access your onboard account. So you'll be able to see exactly what you've spent each day and access that from your cabin. We will also have internet cafes around the ship where you'll be able to access that information as well. So there's quite a lot of information here. We do have a wide selection of cabins, as I mentioned. With the suite, we do have 113 suites, so they range from a DS down to your junior suite. Each one has slightly different options, so please speak to Miles Morgan and they can run through the options for you. We have a wide array of ocean view cabins as well in different grades. A lot of the time you will find with our ocean and inside cabins, it is more about where they are positioned on the ships. The advantage of the older ships that have been renovated, the cabins are very spacious. So the fact that you have a category 12 cabin or a category 6 cabin, you'll still be getting the same cabin. It's just in a different position on the ship, on a higher deck or maybe midship. So depending on your budget, please speak to Miles Morgan and they'll be able to go through all those options for you. One thing that we're finding is really good, we do have a wide array of single cabins. So they range from your junior suite all the way to your inside entry level category 1S cabin. So again, talk to Miles Morgan and they can go through the costings for these. The costings will be, it's not an add-on to your cost. We will give you an exact cost for your single cabins and we can go through exactly the specifications that they are. So this is how a picture of how the ocean view cabins will be set out. We have been led to be told that they are very spacious, very open, very bright. So all beds can be single or double occupant configuration. So if you want to have 2 singles, please let us know prior to embarkation. or once you're on board, you have a steward that comes to your cabin twice a day, and he can make sure that that has been adapted if it's not how you wanted it prior to you coming back from your evening meal. This is one of our balcony cabins as well. The nice thing about these, they have that little separate seating area as well. So if you're thinking about booking one of our suites, we do offer a few extra complimentary gifts. So you will have complimentary canopies, a bottle of wine, and you'll also, which will also be replenished regularly. So as I mentioned, our suites start from junior suite, and there's always a lot of different options for you. So again, let us know, or let Miles Morgan know, and they can give you the full details about all of our suites. So on your suite benefits, we start with the junior suite. All of our suites will get priority embarkation. With the junior suites, you'll get the priority embarkation, welcome bottle of house wine, mineral water. There's a mini bar on board, which is chargeable. You can have breakfast in bed, fresh fruit bowl that will be replenished, canapes, bathrobes and slippers, port umbrellas, port binoculars, ward atlas, and the most important bit, tea and coffee making facilities. The junior suite or superior junior suite will also have all this, but the difference, they'll give you a laundry service discount as well. The premium suites will also have the laundry service discount, a nice coffee espresso machine, late suite checkout, disembarkation at your leisure. We do allow our premium and deluxe suite guests to stay on board slightly longer. If we do need you to vacate your cabins, we will have a separate private waiting area for both the premium and deluxe suites. We have a selection of accessible cabins on board. Again, if this is an option for yourself, please speak to Miles Morgan. We are at the moment updating the details on our accessible cabins, but we will be able to go through exactly what we need from yourselves, what options we can give you. So our gratuities. Everybody asks about gratuities on board. They are included in all of our drinks package, which I'll get onto next. But if you decide to not take a drinks package, our gratuities will be charged to your onboard account. They are £6 per person per night. The reason we do charge these is because that is split 100% to all staff on board. So it's not necessarily the people that are front of house, it will be everybody all over the ship. So we find this to be a lot more better for everybody to allow us to split it so them equally. Again, this is optional, so if you don't want to do that and you do want to just tip the people you want to do, you can go to reception and they can take that off for you. So our ambassador drinks packages, these are really good value for money. We have discounted these down in some of the packages when we launch, which I'll go on to in a moment. So if you do decide that you want to have a drinks package, please ask for them all to be priced up, because sometimes our top end expedition package, once it's included into our fares and the discounts we're giving, doesn't work out to be a lot more than the mid-range Explorer. I'll give you a little example on what's included. Your experience package will include your services and your gratuities and all non-alcoholic drinks. This will include mocktails. This starts at £18 per person per night. Your Explorer package, which is really your house brands, again will include your gratuities and service, your non-alcoholic, but this is your house brand package. It will also give you 50% discount at the bar if you decide you want a specific drink one night and it is a branded drink. This starts at £33 per person per night. And our top range drinks package, which is the expedition package. This is your premium drinks. It includes everything house in all the other packages, but it will also include a premium wines, drinks, and your specialties, teas and coffees. And that is at £38 per person per night. We will have a full destination experience. This becomes live just after your final balance is due, which is at 90 days. So this will become live. We do recommend everybody to pre-book if you can, just purely because some of the destinations we arrive into are quite small and limited with the amount of destination experiences you can enjoy. So if there's a particular one that you really want to do, say you're going to the fjords and you want to go on the Flon Railway, please get those booked. It will be charged to your onboard account and you do not settle that bill until the end of your cruise. We have an amazing program for groups. So if you have a group that you'd like to travel with, please speak to Miles Morgan because we can offer some amazing benefits. Our groups start at 15 guests, where we will offer you a 5% group discount, and that is both off our standard fares and our ambassador packages. We also will give you free places for every 26 passenger travelling, a welcome cocktail party, group dining, group embarkation, group disembarkation. We will also look at, as I mentioned earlier, if you say our knitting group and you want to travel together, we can try and reserve a venue for you for an hour a day where you can have a little bit of quiet time just as your group. So speak to Miles Morgan and we can go through those details a lot further. Our solos holidays, we have really great prices for solo passengers. We offer amazing programs of welcome cocktail parties. We'll make sure that there's special events for you to enjoy. We've even have guest experiences we can recommend that as traveling as a solo guest you can go to. And the other thing we have in mind, we know that sometimes you don't want to sit at dinner with all other couples. So if that is the case, please let us know and we can request a solo dinner table for you in the evening. Okay, so something exciting. We went on sale yesterday, so I can share a little bit more information about our itineraries and a little taster of what what you can expect. So what's included in your fares is comfortable accommodation on the category that you choose. As I mentioned, most of the cabins can be made up as twin or single occupancy, so please let us know. We've got exceptional full board, which is breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea and dinner, captain's welcome and farewell cocktail party, the captain's gala dinner with the world famous baked Alaska parade. We have informative guest speakers, a wide range of amazing entertainment, daytime activities, a range of fitness, dance and wellness classes, use of gym, swimming pool, hot tubs and spa, all port taxes, fees and charges, portage of luggage between the port and cabin. When you do ring up to inquire about our packages and the prices for our cruises, we do offer two different packages. The first one you'll get is the launch saver fare, and that is basically just your cruise only package. With that package, you can add on the drinks package of your choice, or you can pay your gratuities on board. We also offer something called an ambassador package. The ambassador package offers amazing benefits. So within our ambassador fares, we're offering 25% off the full fares. We're also discounting that expedition drinks package down by 20%, which is included in the fares. We'll give you guaranteed dining, sitting, priority for complimentary upgrades if that's what you'd like. And our launch bonus offer to book within our launch campaign is free unlimited Wi-Fi on board. Our standard launch fares will give you the 25% off of full fares. Then it will also give you 20% off your Explorer drinks package. And if you're lucky enough to book an outside cabin, on a selection of our cruises, we're giving up to £40 per person per night on board credit. So I'm going to really focus on our Bristol and Falmouth area departures. For 2023, on the 5th of September, we will be coming down and departing from Bristol on the British Isles Discovery Cruise. Our British Isles cruises are one of our top sellers, always has been, because it takes you to different areas of the British Isles that you may not previously experienced, or maybe a little bit more difficult to arrive into by car. We will then be doing an amazing Jewels of the Mediterranean cruise, an Iberian and Northern Africa escape, maritime cities and scenic waterways, Canaries, Madeira and Morocco winter escape. And then we're offering a winter jingle seacation. This is our 2-night cruise. This will have a lot of different musical acts on board. It goes out of Bristol and back into Tilbury. But we do offer a return coach for £50 per person. All the departure points can be either embarked from Bristol, Portbury or Falmouth, depending on your location. So as I said, our British Isles cruise, our British Isles Discovery cruise goes on the early September for 11 nights. It's, you can embark from both Bristol, Portbury and also Falmouth. This will go to Honfleur, Newcastle, John O'Groats, Portree, Isle of Skye, Tobermory, Isle of Man, Belfast, and back to Portbury or Falmouth. We have a beautiful, I like the look of this itinerary myself, the Jewels of the Mediterranean. This goes on 16th of September for 17 nights. Again, you can embark in both Portbury or Falmouth, and you'll go to places like Santiago de Compostela, Gibraltar. You're going to be going into Menorca, Corsica. You can go in and see Florence and Pisa, Rome, Seville, Portugal, and back to Bristol and Portbury. I think this is a beautiful itinerary, lovely areas to explore, and with lots of different options, different itineraries, different shore excursions. And again, you have the option to embark either from Bristol, Portbury or Falmouth. The other one I'm just going to go in a little bit details for is the Iberian and Northern Africa escape. This goes out in early October. Again, you can board from Bristol or you can get on in Falmouth, and that will be going to La Coruña, Porto, Seville, Marrakesh, Lisbon, and back to Bristol, Portbury. For us, it's a really exciting time. We are really proud to be now going from the regional ports. And hopefully I haven't talked for too long. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know.
Yes, Deb, you've definitely got a question. Ruth would just like to confirm about free teas and coffees around the ship.
Okay, yeah, no problem at all. There will be 24-hour self-service areas within our borough market that you can go and enjoy teas and coffees as you need to.
So that's complimentary.
Complimentary, and also in your cabin.
Okay, just from me, from a practical perspective, for anybody thinking of booking, what's the score with car parking for people when they get to the port?
Okay, there is car parking. There is an additional cost. At the moment, that is still in the process of being finalised, but we'll make sure the prices are over to yourself. I'm going to go and check in if it came through yesterday. But yeah, it'll be really close to the port. If we are using any overflow car parks, we'll make sure we shuttle you straight into your departure point, but we'll make sure there's parking close by.
Okay, and it's just worth pointing out to anybody, you know, cruises have in the past gone from Bristol. They used to go from what I call the other side of the bridge, the Avonmouth side of the bridge. These cruises will go from the Gordano junction of the M5, and so you'll go to Portbury. So it's just worth bearing in mind, anybody that's thinking of booking where you have to travel to get there, it's literally just, I don't know, from Gordano services, about 3 minutes, you'd probably be parked up from there. So it is absolutely nice and easy and dead convenient. Are there any other questions? No. If you've enjoyed Debbie, or you want to see some more of her, or you want to see her face to face, we do have some local events coming up that will star Debbie Rickson, I have to say. She will be at all these events. So if you're down in the Taunton and Yeovil area, it's the 7th of June. And the 8th of June will be in Portishead. an event both in the morning and the afternoon. And then on the 9th, Debbie will be in Clevedon and also in Gloucester. So if you do want to meet Debbie face to face, ask her any further questions, ask more, or listen again to other things about what they're up to at Ambassador, then please pop along to any of those events. You can get the details from the local Miles Morgan travel shop anyway. Were you going to say something, Debbie?
No, there was one I didn't cover. One of the most important things. If you do want to book one of these amazing cruises, the deposit is as little as 10%, and then your final balance is at 90 days. It's a very important point I forgot to put in.
Okie doke. Obviously, it launched yesterday. The early interest, I have to say, is large. So I think they're going to be very, very successful come 2023. But the usual advice applies. You know, if you particularly want a particular cabin grade or particular cruise, get in early, because that's the best way to do it. And obviously, with the up to 25% off at the moment, it's a good time to book. So very good. So Debbie, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. Thank you everybody else for joining. We hope you made your wet Friday somewhat more cheery by thinking about sunnier climes and holidays. And I, like you, particularly like the look of that Jewels of the Mediterranean itinerary. I think that's a cracker. I think that will be selling for fun. I think it'll be very busy. Yeah. But thanks everybody for joining. And any details or you want to book, just contact your local Miles Morgan travel shop. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.